Hello, my name is Frank Capra, Jr., president of EUE Screen Gems Studios. I'm proud to say that one of the top movie directors of all time was my father, Frank Capra. Before America entered World War II, Army Chief of Staff General George Marshall asked my father to produce the Why We Fight film series. These films were about fighting fascism in Europe and in Asia. America could not just stand by and let the scourge of this global cancer spread. And these documentaries were meant to spell out why we Americans needed to fight, and if necessary, to die. Back then, our nation's leaders needed to let people know who we were going to have to fight and why it was so important to get our citizens on board. America had Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, which really convinced Americans of the dangers we faced. Today, we have 9/11 and many other terrorist attacks across the world, which make us realize the nightmare of global terrorism. With today's GWOT, the global war on terror, again, we must fight to keep our American way of life. This Army Special Forces Green Beret film you're about to see is about that fight, about the brave soldiers who are trained to help build the fighting forces in foreign countries to fight terror. Green Berets themselves also take the battle to the enemy, as very few other soldiers can. The men in this film are fighting terror globally, all over the world, every day, keeping our homeland safer for you and for me. They are the United States Army Special Forces Green Berets. The modern origins of the Green Beret were the OSS of World War II. Current Special Forces Command began with the activation of the 10th Special Forces Group at Fort Bragg, North Carolina in 1952. In the early 1960s, President John F. Kennedy expanded the role of Special Forces in our nation's defense, as he saw the need for a new kind of force to fight a new kind of enemy. Kennedy was prophetic in seeing the future of radical insurgents causing havoc on a global scale. For over 55 years, the Green Beret has been the Army's preeminent force to engage in this unconventional warfare fight. Today, as much as when my father created the original Why We Fight series, the American people need to know what the stakes are. American life, security, and freedom are all at risk, just like in World War II. We must remain forceful advocates for the Green Beret's expanded role and global deployment in this long struggle. We should never forget the danger that tyranny and terror present. As it was my father's honor to work for his country, it has been my honor and privilege to work with these Special Forces soldiers and bring their story to you. Why we fight now. Thank you.